what happens. Okay. Okay, I think we are good. Yes, we are good. Okay, so let's start since we lost some time. I'll try and catch up and let's see how it goes. So a little bit of the background for authentic expression. Um, these thought came to me a while back, and the reason that I had this thought was I felt sometimes it's quite difficult to express myself and to hear others, to receive expressions from others. And I thought that there might be a better way of um, being able to express ourselves. And of course, the key was in authenticity. I noticed that when I'm authentic, um, I don't have to work hard to express myself. Um, and so authentic expression was born from that time. And this was in between the time when I was exploring acceptance as well. So I noticed when I accepted myself, when I accepted others as they are, it was easy for expressing, and I said, okay, maybe there is more to this. And I thought that let's bring this up as a continuation. So every month there will be at least one session where we will be discussing about authentic expression and maybe gain some kind of create some kind of conversation between one another and see if we can actually build up this part of us that has some difficulties while trying to connect with somebody. There is some pressure, there is some feelings that come. So often mine come when I am communicating with others. It's not so much with things, but it's when we are talking to somebody and there is some heaviness that comes from time to time. And I thought that, obviously I had done other tools for communication like non-violent communication, and I saw that it was very useful. But I thought that there was a lot of things that I had to remember, and it was like not easy for me to do it, and it felt a little bit not spontaneous also. So I wanted something easier, and so I started these sessions so that I can get insight and I can learn from you and I can share what I'm learning and continue like that. So the key things that we're going to look into this session is about self-respect, about respect for others, and truth in the moment. Okay, truth in the now. Truth in the now, and um, um, one sec. Sorry. Okay, back again. So self-respect, respect for others, and this moment to be in the present. Okay. And one of the things that that came up in this is how I can show up as I am. Okay, and we're going to discuss these things. But before we start, what I would like to request from you is to be completely open and honest during this session. So the rule about this session is that whatever you're going to say, nobody is going to advise you anything. So we don't advise one another. We listen to one another. We hear them and we express what we feel. Okay, so that's clear. So if somebody says something, we don't try to correct them or advise them or try to change their point of view. We can share our point of view. There's no problem about that, but not with this intention that, we're trying to tell the other person to try and do something different. So, for instance, if somebody says, they are going through some kind of problem, I don't prescribe solution to them and tell them that, oh yeah, you should do like this, or I did this and it worked, no. What I say is, what are my feelings when I hear that person? Okay. So as that person shares, I listen and I check what are my feelings. What happens here as this person is expressing themselves? What is my internal expression? Okay, is that clear? So this is the promise. We're going to be totally open, totally honest, and also no advice, right? Okay, so we start. So the foundation of authentic expression. I would like to start this with this discussion. What do you think authentic expression means for you and for our culture, the society? What do you think? Anyone? What do you think authentic expression means?
Can I say something?
Sure.
In Tunisia, it is very difficult to speak authentically. We are always hiding behind showing off. We want to show how much money we have. We want to show how many properties we have. We want to show that my husband bought me a whole lot of jewelry and nice dresses. And we are always superficial. So I feel that in Tunisia, it truly is impossible for people to speak authentically, even though now I live in London and I have learned to speak authentically. But when I come to Tunisia, I become introverted again.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, so that's the cultural aspect that you are mentioning,
Yes.
that some cultures speak in a certain way and other cultures speak in different ways. And it's very interesting actually, because there are observation in the UK as well, how people from the UK talk also. So there's all like, different point of views. And I would like to hear others. What do you think? What does authentic expression means to you? And as Jamila shared, in the culture that she comes from. Yeah, anyone else? It's about expression. Yes, Jane.
Uh, what comes up for me, I think, is to be honest with myself, and
Yeah.
also to have self-respect. I think plays maybe a part in it.
Yeah,
Thank
very
you.
much. Yeah. We're gonna talk a lot about that, yeah, today. Yeah. Thank you. Anyone else? Let's move on to the second part, because this is also connected to the first. Give me some example of what you think is authentic and inauthentic expression in everyday life, in your everyday life.
May I share something?
Mehul, yes, please.
I guess authentic, maybe starting with inauthentic, I suppose.
Yeah.
It's quite obvious where we say something which we don't mean, try to praise somebody, but then have some negative feelings for that person
Yeah.
hiding behind. And I guess authentic expression is what we say, what we mean, but also there should be some kind of reference point which tells us in a road layman's term, I suppose, would be good, what is bad, or what is just as you started, when at the start of the meeting you said accept as it is, or accept the person as he or she is. I feel that having that mindfulness in the moment while speaking, having that kind of reflection at that moment is what makes it more authentic.
Yeah. Yeah, very well said. Yeah. So my thoughts, my feelings, and my words, they are all aligned. My thoughts, my feeling, and my words. When I'm authentic, all these things are aligned. So when things are aligned, what happens? There is a flow that happens. When things are aligned, then there is a feeling of ease. Yeah. But if there is contradiction, I mean something, I'm saying something else, and I'm feeling something else. You see? Now imagine what happens inside when I am in that state. You know, my thoughts are different. Okay. My words express something else, and my feelings are totally different. They are not aligned. So in this scenario, what happens? There is an internal pressure that starts, right? And at the end of that conversation, I'm probably tired. You know, I feel drained. I feel very confused. Yeah. Yeah, concussion. Yeah. So it's like crazy. Yeah. But this happens, you know. And I don't know, in many cultures, actually, they recognize this, you know. I was talking to somebody and I said to them that my heart feels heavy and I feel that my throat is tight, you know. And all I was saying is what was happening, what was my feeling. And in that moment, that conversation changed. It just took me to express myself honestly. I said, look, you know, I feel very heavy here and I feel tight, you know, like somebody is actually choking me. You know, do you feel that sometimes? You know, like when you're talking to somebody and you feel like, you know, somebody is like, you know, you can't get the words out. You feel that kind of feeling? That's a sign that there is something that is happening that is not aligned. Otherwise, it's easy. It's just flowing, you know. I'm saying something in my mind, I'm thinking something else, you know, and my heart is feeling totally different. And there's no flow, there's no movement, there's no, you know, there's no joy in that, right? Yeah. So anyone else? Authentic and inauthentic expression. Examples, everyday life.
Can I speak?
Yeah, sure.
My first time in Global Cooperation House in London, my first time having dinner. And, you know, there are some people serving the food.
Yeah.
So the first person who was serving dal.
Yeah.
And I said, I don't want that. And she was shocked. She said to me, you don't like dal? She made me feel like I committed a crime. And then I felt so bad.
Yeah.
I mean, that was my authentic expression of the fact that I don't want dal.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
thought that I had the right to eat what I want,
Yeah.
but
And
he was
to
so
express
shocked.
also. Yes. Yes. Yeah. That's
So,
very authentic expression. Yeah. Yeah.
and
Yeah.
she made me feel so embarrassed that I don't want dal. I mean, like, what is so bad about not wanting dal?
Yeah. Yeah. Very interesting. Yeah. Anyone else? Authentic and inauthentic. And anyone. You can give example of anyone. Have you heard people going in a meeting for some kind of conflict, peace resolution? Have you heard people going into such meetings? Do you think there is authentic or inauthentic discussion there? Yeah. Both, yeah, for sure, both. But typically what happens, there is conflict between two people. They're coming, they're sitting. There is a third person who's talking to them. And do you feel that they're really saying exactly what they feel? Do you think they're expressing like, okay, you're my enemy and you are the problem. And because of you, this is this and this and this and this happening. And I will be peaceful with you. So most of the conversation of reconciling people, because the first thing that happens is you don't trust the other person. Yeah, you don't trust the other person. There cannot be authentic expression if you don't trust the other person. Okay. If there is no trust, whatever they are saying, you're not taking it, and whatever you are saying, they're not listening to it. Yeah. Anyone else would like to add? Authentic and inauthentic. It's so important, because you can see some people. There was actually recently, he said one person opened up and said that, look, I want to improve communication. It was two colleagues. And the guy told me that when that person was speaking to me, I couldn't believe what they said. I couldn't believe in what they were saying. I said it was very good that, you guys are talking about communicating. But then if you get a feeling that this person is not telling me everything, so there is something inauthentic about what that person is saying. And sometimes for us as well, Yes, Zaina.
Yes, when you know the person, you become authentic, and
Mm.
you trust to talk. But
Mhm.
with one, but people that you don't know and you first time, there be some restriction.
Yeah,
That means you will be hesitating what to say.
yeah,
So you are unauthentic. So this is exactly in politics,
yeah,
and people that you don't know each other, and
yeah,
they each one want to cover for himself and not be honest what they are saying. But authenticity is really mostly in families, in the home. Why? Because you trust your mother, you trust your brother, you can open easily and be authentic. But with strangers, it's not easy.
yeah,
It's not easy.
yeah.
Yeah.
So this aspect is very interesting that you brought up, the aspect of wanting to hold information because you can't just tell everything to everyone, which is a big challenge for authentic expression. And inauthentic on this method, authentic expression, you cannot say something, but you can still be authentic.
Yeah.
You can still be authentic, that you
Yeah.
are not, you cannot say you cannot express because I don't know you so well, so I cannot tell you certain things. You know, sometimes you get people coming, how
Correct.
much salary do you get? You know, they ask you, what's your salary? You know, and for some people it's very difficult. You know, for some people it's easy. They will just tell you, but some people it's not. So I can express authentically at that time by saying that I am not comfortable to express how much I earn. You see
Yeah, and
what I
in a
mean?
nice
So
way.
you're still
Yeah,
authentic,
just respond in
but
a
you're
nice
not
way.
saying certain things.
Yeah.
Okay. So we need to learn that. Okay. We don't, like, you know, like sometimes some question and then you feel like you're stuck and you don't know what to say.
Right.
You're always able to say that you don't know what to say. Okay. It's okay to say that I don't know what to say at the moment, or I can think about it and come back to you. You see what I mean? Okay. Rather than trying
Yeah.
to manipulate the situation, just become like a child. You know, a child will tell you something on the face, you know, and they don't have to hide anything, you know, because they feel confident to be able to say. They're not even worried about consequence, you know, sometimes. Okay. So let's move a little bit further. Self-respect. Self-respect is when I'm able to honor my own feelings and value. So at any cost, I honor my own feelings and value. Like Jamila explained, that if I feel I don't like something, I can say, you know, to honor that. Okay. Somebody is inviting you for a party and you feel heavy to agree or to accept that invitation. What do you say? Yes, Manivan. Did somebody invite you? Your sound is not coming, but your muting and unmuting is happening. Try to unmute again.
I'm so sorry. It just pressed. It got
Yeah.
pressed.
Oh,
Sorry.
yeah. Okay, but you can
Sorry.
share. So did somebody
Yes,
ever
yes,
invite you?
I'm listening. And when I heard Money Ben, so because I was coming upstairs from the room, it just got pressed. So
Okay.
sorry.
No, that's
Yeah,
so good.
yeah.
We can hear your voice. It's okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone else?
Lovely session
Ragda.
going on.
Ragda, sorry. Okay, somebody's typed quite a bit, Ragda. Okay, I felt that you're going to say something. So you type something. Okay, let's read what you have. 1 second. So for the point of authenticity, I think even when the people who are close to you, you can tell exactly how you feel about them because you don't want to hurt their feelings. For example, your parents, you just accept how they are. Acceptance is the key to deal with everyone around. Yeah. So when people who are close around you, you can't tell exactly how you feel. Okay, it's very interesting. It's very interesting. So if I accept, does that mean I can't express? Or is it there is a fear that something might happen if I express? Or there is a fear that maybe some people can be hurt, you know? You know, one thing about authenticity, the foundation of authenticity removes all kind of ego-based reaction. The foundation of authenticity allows me to be myself, to be in my self-respect, and then speak. So as long as I'm authentic, not, I don't mean judgmental. I mean, I'm really authentic to myself. Like really, this is my feeling. You know, one of the most difficult thing is to be in a situation whereby you cannot speak. You are not able to say what you want to say, you know, because you are afraid that you will be judged. or you will be misunderstood. You know, it's such a big pressure that happens, you know. So let's take this to the other aspects. The respect for others is honoring others' authenticity without judgment. Okay. So first there is self-respect. Then there is respect for others. Then you notice that others starts respecting you because you honor their authenticity without any judgment. Okay. And you honor your own feelings. Okay. And this can only happen in this moment. If we live with, you know, you meet somebody and you have so many ideas about them, and these ideas actually influence your how openly you are expressing them. And that's why somebody said that meet everyone as if you are meeting them for the first time. So I like to do this practice. I don't like to see what people talk about a particular person. I don't like to see how this person behaved with me last year, last month, last whatever. If I can just receive them openly as they are. And most people find this difficult, but it is possible to receive everyone as if you're meeting them for the first time. You know, try it out and see yourself, you know, just try practicing this. Yeah. So let's do some exercise now.
Can I add something here?
Yes, go
Yes.
ahead.
When you said a meeting for the first time, I also feel like I read somewhere and I just practiced this meeting for the last time. so that now when we are parting, it should not leave anything, bitter or something. Yeah.
Let's settle with this. When you meet somebody, meet with them as if you're meeting them for the first time and the last time. Let's
Yeah.
do that.
It just came into my mind
No,
because
no.
it really helped me,
Yeah.
keep my cool even if something is there.
Yeah. So what I'm trying to say is that don't bring some baggage of your beliefs and ideas about somebody because something happened between you and them. Don't carry that idea because people are not static being. They are always changing. So because of that, you can't really judge somebody from yesterday because something could have happened in between from yesterday till today and their point of view has changed. So that's what I mean. Yeah. Okay, so the next part is your part where you're going to be paired with somebody and you're gonna be sharing with one another. So I would like you to do this in a very non-judgmental way. Okay, so one person shares some recent experience or feeling. The other person just listens actively and then reflects back what they hear without judgment. So one person will say, they will listen and they will say to them what they heard. Okay, and then we will switch roles. The other person will say their recent experience or feeling, anything that brought up some feelings within them. And the other person will listen and this one, and then we will discuss. Is that clear? So just in pair, and then we go back and forth. Yeah? Okay, so I might put 3 of you in one group. Let's see how it goes. Okay, there you go. You get a message. Just join the group. Okay. Okay, there we are. Okay. There you go. You can join, please. Susan, can you join, please? Hey, Susan, can you join your partner? Hello, hello. Can you swap, please? Can you swap, please, now? If you haven't yet swapped. Just wait for others to come back. Hey. So, okay. All right. So you had a chance of having a little experience of authentic expression, whereby you listen to the other person and without any judgment, full attention, being in the present moment, respecting yourself, respecting the other person. And could you share what did you feel when you were expressing and what did you feel when you were listening to the other person? Who wants to go first? Zaina, you are unmute. So if you'd like to
I think Jamila also wants to say something.
yeah, whoever wants to start.
Well, we had a lovely discussion, Zaina and myself.
Discussion! It wasn't meant to be.
We
Okay,
shared and then we
okay.
discussed.
Let's see, yeah.
Because
What
you know,
happened?
Zaina said when people are very what is the word? Very self-centered.
Yeah,
It's very difficult to be with them, isn't it?
yeah.
And
But that's the challenge. That's exactly, we're not talking about authentic expression with easy people. We're talking, yeah, we are talking about authentic expression.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter, yeah. And
Yeah,
I told
we
you, no,
specified
I started this
yeah.
because I felt difficult to talk in some situations. So I started learning about, how can I be there and express myself even though it was difficult. Yeah. So that's the idea. Okay, so the question is, how did you feel when you express yourself, and how you have to watch your feelings all the time. So how did it feel listening to the other person, and how did it feel when you spoke? What was observed?
well, I found that it is difficult. Like you said, it's not supposed to be a discussion. I found it was difficult to wait to the end, and I jumped in and made a suggestion. So
Okay, no problems.
then it became
No
a
problem.
discussion. We didn't actually divide it half and half. We talked together at the same
Okay.
time, more or less
Okay,
at the same time.
let me say, how did it feel how do you feel after that conversation?
It feels good because I'm not the only one,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
I realized I'm not the only one to find difficulty with some people.
yeah.
But I always remember my self-respect, and I don't want to hurt their feelings, because when you tell people you are behaving badly, they become hurt.
Of
So
course, yeah.
personally, I do my best to be at my best behavior so that I become a good example.
So that's a good one. When you tell
Without speaking.
people, when you tell people you behave badly, how can we express this in authentic expression? Using authentic expression, instead of saying that you behaving badly, what can you say? Anyone? What can you say?
Hi, Arif.
Hello.
I would give her examples. For example, if she's a mother, for example, I will give her examples of like being, for example, punctual or committed. The way that she would pass this to her kid. You understand me? Yeah, try to create a story where I would not hurt her with.
Okay. So
I don't know if
you
this is okay
explain
or
it
not.
as an example.
Give you an example.
Yeah.
Okay, for example, I have an employee that she is always late for work and she is never on time. And I gave her example that your kid, when you prepare to school, he goes out of the house at a certain time to be in the bus at a certain time to be in school at the same time. He is required to be. Same with your husband. So why it's not applying to you? So this is how I give her example. Sometimes you have to go to the intellectual level of the person that you're talking to, because people are at different intellectual level and at different awareness.
Yeah, yeah.
So this is how I do
So
it.
it's a good move.
And it's not. I'll tell you something, and it's not working.
No. It's okay. Working, not working is another story. But the approach that you take is very important. Okay.
Wow,
And
wonderful.
the approach is that if I'm authentic, I will be peace, love, and happiness also. Because my truth is peace, love, and happiness. Okay. So it's not about what I say, it's about which space am I saying that from. It's not about what you say. You know, usually people don't even listen to what you say. Okay. People feel first, you know, what kind of vibrations they are feeling before they hear what you're saying, you know. So that is very important. It's not the words, but the alignment of my thoughts, my feeling, and my word is expressed all the time. Sometimes when I say word, I mean silence. You know, there is one area of word whereby you're not saying anything, but you're saying a lot of things. You
Right.
know? So yeah,
Right.
one maybe an idea. So one second, let me just. One idea that comes to my mind is to explain. As I pointed earlier, if this person is being difficult or something like that, I don't know exactly what Jamila mentioned. You say that how you feel by them being difficult. How do I feel when they are difficult? That I can say, right? So when, like I told you, no, I told this person that my heart feels heavy and my throat feels choked, and the whole conversation changed. You know, like the whole thing was different because you realize that, oh, you know, maybe this is not how I should express. Maybe I need to change, you know, something like that. Okay, we have actually passed the time, but since we started late, can we go a few minutes more? Zaina or Sosan, whoever wants to share.
I just want to clarify something here. The authentic that you mean it here to say the truth. That's what you mean in the conversation.
To be the truth, not to say the truth. To be the truth. To be in my self-respect. To be peace, love, and happiness. And then that is authenticity. That's what I am. Okay. And authenticity doesn't mean right and wrong. You know, like, oh, true in the worldly sense. Oh, this is true, or this is no. Authenticity is being who you are. You know,
To say what you want to say.
to be not say what you say, but in alignment to your truth. Okay,
Yeah,
like, you know, I'm not angry and I'm speaking. That is not authentic. I'm not
Yeah.
selfish and I'm speaking. Yeah. So that's
Yeah,
not authentic. I am in my state of peace and now I'm expressing that. That is authentic because my truth is peace, love, and happiness.
maybe that's then what happened because in my conversation with Manny, we first met, and of course we introduced each other, and we talk about the authenticity, and it was like all the whatever everyone felt to say, and he is without anything to make you any different. I think it was authentic.
Yeah. No, very good. You know, like what I'm trying to say is that you don't have to be good. You don't have to be nice. You know, like it's not like an idea, like The idea is not to try to be good and nice to the other person, try to be real. Okay, and in our reality, there is pain, there is sorrow, there is everything. Okay, so when I am in my true self and I have self-respect, I can say that this, at this moment, that's why, we said this has to be in this present moment. So in this present moment, I'm struggling. There's some struggle that is happening, and I can say that. It's okay to say that. That's what I mean. Yeah. You don't have to, like some people can't cry. In their culture, they can't shed tears. Okay. But if you're feeling like that, then it's okay. But of course, you have to look for a creative way to do some things. And sometimes it might be just silence. Silence is also speaking. Silence is also expressing. Yeah. Okay. Let's take a
Yeah,
couple of
I like this point. Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah.
Anyone else wants to share? Would like to say something?
Hi. Yeah,
Hi.
hi, Arish.
Yes.
So when Mihal was listening to me express,
Yeah.
I felt listened to,
Mm-hmm.
quite light, safe,
Yeah.
and not judged.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's
Um,
exactly authentic expression. Yeah. Means
and
receiving an expression.
yeah, and when I listened to Mihal, I felt a bit of humility.
Mm.
And by listening, I felt it was giving as well. It was nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, uh, and I learned something as well,
Yeah.
which I hadn't thought about.
Yeah.
Something I struggle with a member of the family,
Yeah.
and he reminded me that when you have an authentic conversation, when you're authentic, but it's still very difficult, is to remember you don't know what's going on inside that person. And that's something that I've been forgetting. So I learned something, which was nice. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. It's so nice, because that helps us to be able not to judge the other person because we know that something is going on. So I don't come to conclusions about them because I know something is going on. Just like some things go through me and it goes through them. Yeah.
I think the hard part is I know there's something going on and it doesn't ever change, but I've accepted it won't. But I don't want to be inauthentic to please.
Yeah. Yeah. That's very important. Yeah. It's not, I'm not trying to please the other person, but I can understand. Yeah. That's very important.
So one last quick thing is my father encourages me to tell my mother what she wants to hear. And that's quite difficult because he wants the peace. Because if she's not happy, she takes it out on him. So it's quite complicated, but I've got to a stage where I just want to be myself, but in a loving way.
Yeah, it's very tricky, Jen, when people want to impose certain things that they feel is correct. Then my expression would be that yes, I hear you, and I know that this makes you feel like this, but I don't feel nice to say something that is not really from my heart,
Yeah.
So
Thank
these
you.
kind of these kind of things also have to happen, and of course I should also address their concerns and see that if we can just be peaceful, can she also feel that,
Yeah.
So,
Thank you.
we can do it like that as well. Yeah. Anyone else? Okay.
Hello.
So who's
How are
there?
you?
Rakta.
Yes. For my experience, when I shared my experience, there was a lot of anger in my chest. It's
Yeah.
like I brought up the scenario again, so I
Yeah.
feel again the emotions, the outrage, the anger. Then when I hear the response from the other person, I felt a relief that she understands and she listens and understands. And it was good that I did not actually, because I had to blame myself that day, because I was a little bit, my responses were anger. And then I blame myself. But then she comforted me. She said, it's not blaming, it was the right thing to do. What you did was the right thing to do. Then I didn't think about it this way. But I feel authenticity for me, like if I will be authentic to people, then I have to be angry at them all the time because I will say what is true from my heart. Then I feel that I will be angry, I will hurt them. That's why I try to keep it to myself and be complimentary, like saying what compliments the other person, being a nice person, being a good person. Whenever somebody will see me, oh, she's peaceful, she's nice. But inside of me, I carry something I will not say. Like
Very
for some
interesting,
people,
actually.
yeah. For some people, I will not share my opinion. Then my true opinion might hurt them.
Yeah. So that's very interesting. Did you notice that when you spoke, you felt hurt? When the other person responded on to what you spoke, you felt a little relieved?
Yes.
Okay. Now, when you speak to this person and then you become angry, if you see yourself that there is an anger that is arising in you, and if you express that there is a feeling of anger that is arising, you will not get angry. You see how it works? So instead of the other person noticing, you are noticing yourself. It's the same thing. Okay? So I'm noticing myself that as I'm speaking to you, there is a feeling of irritation and anger that is arising in me. Before it becomes an anger, there is a feeling, right? So if you catch the feeling, anger will not come.
Because I catch the feeling. I say, if I let the words out, then I feel relief. But then I feel guilty about them.
That's another story. But I'm just saying that if you can watch your feelings while you're speaking, it's like that other person talking to you and telling you this is what you are expressing. But if you do that for yourself, then what happens is whatever you are expressing becomes easier. Because now, like the moment you see something, it just goes away. The moment you see that feeling, because it has been seen already, so it knows that you know that you're feeling angry. You see this separation? So once you create the separation, you feel empowered to be able to take it to the next step without really having it to affect you. Most of the time, we are not present. And that's why the anger takes over. But if I am present, anger will not, because my authenticity is peace. When I say I'm authentically expressing, then I am expressing in peace. So how can peace be anger? I have come out of my authenticity and I am inauthentic, whereby the anger came and then the anger got expressed. But if I'm in peace,
is like thought has to be with the feeling and the words. So I was thinking that, okay, this person has to listen to my words and I'm angry, they have to know. And then I'm feeling angry, so my words has to show anger.
No, that is totally right. But authentic are you in the space of peacelessness and authentic at the same time? When I'm in peace, I can't be peaceful and angry at the same time. Right? I can either be peaceful or I can be angry. When I'm angry, I'm not authentic. There's something that is taken over. Okay? So what I do is, and there is nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying, deny that. No, I'm saying that come back to your reality, come back to your truth, which is peace. Okay? And if at that time it's not there, just watch that it is not there. Even if you want to get angry with awareness, you will notice that the anger is shifted. It's not the same.
Okay, I'll work on that.
You
for
have
sure.
to, you have to work on it and see. But this is real practical application of the course. You do the course, and if there is no shift, because the first shift in the course is that I, the being, the soul, and this is my body and this is my mind. If I'm not able to separate, like the mind is the one that is controlling, then, like I said, no, my thoughts, my words, and my feeling. Who's controlling my thoughts, my words, and my feeling?
Me.
My authentic self. My authentic self is the one that is responsible for these thoughts and for these words and for this feeling. So it's not just like, my thoughts are just coming. No, there's somebody who's there who can actually guide my thoughts, my words, and my feeling. You don't speak first. Something happens before speaking. You don't think first. Something happens before you think. Yeah. And then the expression comes. All right. So
Yeah.
we'll stop
Yeah, I
here.
really like it. This is getting angry with awareness. Yes. Then nothing wrong will come out of your mouth.
No
Yes.
way. No way. If you
Yes,
are
yes, yes.
aware,
Very
then
true.
you
I
will
love
not
it.
go there. Yeah. It's only
Yes.
when you're not aware, then the words will come. We spoke
Yes.
about the 3 levels. When you are allowing that, then the next one will open, But because I'm
Yes.
not in the present moment, I'm actually controlled by something else, then of course, anger and every shouting, everything will come.
Yes.
When that
Very
happens,
true. Thank you so
don't
much.
start blaming yourself. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't start blaming yourself that, oh, I shouted. It's okay. At least now you are aware.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so
So
that's my
being
point.
aware is the key.
Exactly. So my last part, which is what is it that you're taking away from today? Okay. Some of you have already shared, but you can repeat. What's one takeaway that stays with you for today?
Can I say?
Yes, please.
I really like the anger with awareness, because anger became so automatic that without awareness, it's like a tornado. But anger with awareness means I realize there is something wrong, but in my self-respect, I say to myself, yes, this is wrong, but I'm not going to shout or rant and rave about it. I am going to take the steps to correct it in peace. So that's really good. I like that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Mani, anything else? Because you mentioned that point as well. Anything else, Jane?
Hi. I think don't expect the other to be authentic. And remember, I don't know what they're dealing with inside. Was a really good reminder.
This is a lovely point. Don't expect the other one is authentic, and accept that the other one can be inauthentic. So that's a good one. Yeah. So Ragda typed in the chat box, be present with yourself first, then respond. Yeah. Be present with yourself first and then respond. Mehul, any last words?
I guess the fact that or the like think that you are meeting person for the first time, just have a fresh view rather than any preconceptions before speaking. That was a good one.
Yeah. We are influenced by what happened to us, what people talked about. That person also has an impact on us. So when people talk to me about somebody else, I listen to them because I'm there and they are saying something, and I just tell myself, okay, that's how they are seeing this person. It doesn't have to be, because we can destroy other people as well through our, and of course for ourselves also, my memory should not determine who this person is. Rakta has already. Sausan, what are you taking away for today?
Oh, me, Susan?
Yeah.
I usually, when I talk, maybe I'm feeling something, but I don't show it. Maybe I'm sad, but I'll not show you that I'm sad. I'll talk and happy and positive stuff. I don't know if that's authentic or not. Maybe that's some type of authentic.
That doesn't seem to be, because if you feel sad, you think that you are not, you're not showing it, but it shows. It shows. You can put up any, face, but if you are sad, it shows. Your words don't come out in the same way. Your face is not expressed. So you can fake it for some time, but you can't fake it all the time. So what authentic expression encourages is to be able to say that I'm sad, or I am not feeling okay at the moment. And it's okay to say that I'm not feeling okay. It's okay not to feel, because, sometimes you're not. So it's okay. I don't have to be the good, and, like I have done that for many years, trying to please other people, trying to make other people feel that I'm very happy, and, that's for me.
That depends on the receiver. I mean, if I'm talking like from my sister, I would tell her about my friends.
Yeah.
But I'm talking to someone
Yeah.
and he don't really need to
Yeah,
know what I'm feeling. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, no, that is very true. So it depends on who it is. But if there is difficulty, then I can just excuse myself, rather than just, go through that. I can just excuse myself and say, okay, I think,
But
you don't have to.
but I like the idea of when to be authentic, that you are angry, to be aware that you're angry, or you're aware to be. I like it.
The feelings, yeah.
Yeah.
Very true. Okay, thank you so much for joining in, and stay tuned, because there will be a third part in which we will discuss a little bit more tools, like the tools that you got today. And what I suggest is to continue to see, because it's so interesting when you take this as an experiment, and then in your conversation start exploring. Start watching your conversation, start watching your feeling, and then I think I'm getting there slowly, and I think you will also improve the way you feel when you are and as I said, expression doesn't mean to talk. Expression, you can be in silence, but you're still expressing. So in order for me to authentically express, I have to be in my peace. I have to be in that state of my peace. So first that, and then speaking. Yeah, come back to that, and then speaking. So what I suggest is try to practice, and you can WhatsApp me, and I can add you to the group, and you can share your experiences also. So that's how we can. Can you send me the meditation to balance our anger? Yeah, sure. Ragda, I think we have your contact. Or if you have mine, just message me and I'll send you meditation to balance anger. And the key, of course, is to be aware of the anger, so there is no anger. Thank you so much for joining in, and we'll next week, I think Sona is doing some workshop. You will receive the notification, and support us by sharing with other people that you know, if you like what you're hearing, so that they can also benefit. Thank you so much, and have a lovely evening.